Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So if you'd have watched my TBC video that I posted yesterday, you'll know that I want to bring you a colouring in this lovely book that I was sent by a wonderful subscriber, and that I have selected this little guy. It's the most adorable book, it really is. And I've been playing around with inks. Now I've got a mixture of Tim Holtz, well I've got one Tim Holtz here, and then I've got the Versa Magic and the Dewdrop Brilliance inks. So if I show you the colours I've got, if I bring them up, I'm going to be using Antique Linen. Then the Versa Magic I have got, can you see? I think that's gingerbread. Then I've got Chocolate from the Brilliance by Dewdrop. These are all available on Amazon. And then I've got Graphite Black, because I have got some distressed inks, but they're very limited. But the texture on this wood is just out of this world, so I want to try and bring that out. I'm just going to move that actually, because I think it's just going to be more of a hindrance for me than... So what I'm going to do is start with, and be brave, we're going to go in with the Tim Holtz Distressed Ink. Let's come in. No, oh, I do apologise. Camera got stuck on the tripod again. So I'm going to start with the Antique Linen and take my blending tool. I'm going to make sure I've got a good amount of Antique Linen. It's a gorgeous colour, this. Very light. So I'll leave you fairly zoomed out, and I'm just going to take a scrap piece of card and just make sure that I haven't got, it's not loaded too much, right, especially around the edges. Just sort of rolling it around. Okay. Now I'm going to start with these trees. I'm not going to worry about too much because there's plants down the bottom, but I'm just going to bring this linen up. You won't see too much of a colour change at the moment. But it's such a fun way of adding colour to your page. I want to be careful around his little head. Now let's load it a little bit more. Can you see that colour coming? Let's do up these trees. And I found that the lighter you are, the less blotchy and the more responsive actually the ink is on the page. This is Amazon print paper. And did I tell you even the title of the book? I'm so sorry. This is Fun and Silly Fairytales by Daconis Publishing, and it's just an adorable little book. So I'm also going to bring this ink onto this dirt path that he's going to be on. So I'm bringing that around there. And I've practiced this and been playing, and I had to the point I had to put the practice sheet away because I was enjoying it so much, and thought I must just get on and film it. It's just so much fun to play with. I'm going to draw that out there so it's a little darker there. I'm going to put a little bit in here. And we're going to use Prismas. We're going to use Prismacolors to fill in any bits that I haven't managed to get. Just deepen that up there for the shadow for where his stick is. I'm going to bring that up a bit further. and around here. Okay, so we've got a good kind of light coat of that antique linen. So I'm going to put the lid back up on that. And then I've got these little sticks. These are cheap blenders. A lovely subscriber brought me the proper ones, but these had already got the colour on, so I thought I would use them. So we're going to take the lightest of our Versa Magic one, which is the gingerbread. And I've actually got, look, a little sticky pad. These are awesome because, like the Tim Holtz minis, you can put your pad on the base and away you go. They just like stick in there. So it's already got some ink on it. I'm just going to test it. Let's see if we can get away with what's on there, because those ink pads are really quite juicy. So I'm going to take it up the dark part of the tree, and it looks really dark when I put it down like this, but I'm just using the edge of the inking tool. It will dry much lighter, and then we're going to play with pencil over the top, which works really well. Put it in the darkest bits. See, that's where I've made the mistake there, because I'm doing this action, and actually that's what gives you the sort of, you know, the shape from the ink pad. So I'm just going to come down here, because I want the back of this to look like the trees are fading off into the distance and it's dark. Okay, right, let's take our other ones. So now I've got, let me see, I've got two really dark ones here. Let's take the next one, which is chocolate. Chocolate, I'm just going to dab it, and I'm going into them dark spaces again. And the pencils will go over this, but this really helps to just bring out that gorgeous wood effect. So cleverly drawn. And then I'm going to put, oh, not that much, spread it out. Let's blot it off. Why is it going like that? I think perhaps because the paper's wet. Well, that kind of messed that theory up, didn't it? Bring some lines down here. We can cover that up with a bit more dark. It's okay. We'll rescue it, it's fine, she says. Okay. Then we got the next colour, which was coffee bean, and this is like got a red colour in it. And what I'll do to smooth all that over is I will take the antique linen and we'll go over it when it's dry. So this one is quite dark too, so I'm just going to cautiously put this one on. Go bring a little bit down there, but this is more red, so it will just give us some variant. It's more like a sort of a burnt sienna colour, and they come in packs of 4. They're quite cheap, well, definitely cheap compared to Tim Holtz. And then I'm just going to put that definitely around the top here, this nice red. Bear with me, folks, because I know it's looking a little tatty right now, but honestly, it works out really well. So I'm going to see in my little pot of magic here if I've got another one of these. Ooh, that looks promising. Alright, I've got another one of these cheap tools, and we're going to take the antique linen, and I'm just putting that on my little stick. And then down in this corner where it's kind of got neglected, I'm going to put that in. Oh, can you hear that rain? I love the sound of rain. Okay. Oh, a little bit in between his feet there. So I am going to. Am I going to let it dry, or shall we try and blend that out? Let's try and just blend that mess out there. Soften it with the linen. That's going. Is it going through the page because this is Amazon? Nope, it's not. Oh, that's better. So that's kind of relieved me a little bit. So I'm just going back over with the antique linen. And then, so any like harsh lines that I've got, I can draw that ink down. Like there. I can bring that down. And go around his head. I can go in with pencil up there. I've got kind of really good matches for these colours from the Prismas. Okay. So I'll just check that's a bit more up here. I just want to draw that line there. And a bit in here. Okay. Oh, you couldn't see all of that. I'm so sorry. So I just went in a bit darker from his stick where there's going to be shadow around his feet. Isn't that cool? And I'm going to let that completely dry, and then we're going to come back, put the detail in the trees, go around the edge of him, and then we'll start his skin. Alright folks, see you in a second. So just thinking, I'm going to wait for this to dry, and then I haven't done the rest of the inking that I wanted to do. So on his beard I want to use the black. Now this is the Dewdrop Brilliance Graphite Black, and it is pretty black. But what I want to do is do it really lightly so that we can then go over with white and a grey pencil if necessary, and it works really cool. So I'm going to follow this bit of his beard round, and I've put it on, but I've almost taken most of it off on the scrap piece of paper next to me. So I'm finding that the more fluid the movement, and I want it just to come down a little bit darker from his lip. Yeah, sorry, the more fluid the movement, the less streaks that you're getting. Can you see all of him? So I'm just going to bring that darker down. And what this will do, hopefully, will give us the appearance that once upon a time, this little guy had black hair, which has now turned grey. So as you can see, like, I've literally got hardly any on the brush. Obviously want it a bit darker at the top and then bring it down. Oh, these are so much fun to work with. And they work really well on this Amazon paper. So, ready in my wish list for next payday. Doesn't take me long to load it up. I've got some distressed inks for us to play with. So I'm looking forward to being able to get those. There we are. And he's got, I'm going to be really careful here, I'm just going to put that grey in there. Mind his little cheeks. There. Okay, and that's it. I'm not going to do any more to that for the time being. So now I'm going to go off and let it all dry, and I'll meet you back here in a second. Okay, it's come out just a little bit. So the ink's dry, and I've got some Prismas ready to do the skin. So if we bring you in, so you can see this little dude's face, it does make me smile. So I've got a few colours here. Let me get them lined up for you. I have got, we'll try these. I have got, oh, are you going to get this whole glary thing going on? There we go. Light Peach, which is PC, I can't see myself, 922. Deco Peach, which is 1013. Nectar, I'm sorry, 1092, and then I've got Chestnut, which is 181. Let me just hold them still for you for a minute so you can get a view of those. Okay, so I'm going to start with the Deco Peach, and we are going to coat his little face, and I'm just going straight into the book, straight on the Amazon paper. And the Prismas respond really well. So just a light hand, because we're going to want to put layers on. So you don't want to overwhelm the paper, although it does have quite a nice tooth, to be fair. So I'm holding the pencil further back and kind of using the edge of it just to get this light coating. And this will give us a nice wax base to build up the rest of our colours. Did go over his little bald head there a little bit with our inking, but never mind, that's fine. Okay, just going to keep going till I get a good base down. I don't know who he's meant to be from Fairytales. I don't know. Could he be, I don't know, Rumpelstiltskin? I'm not sure. I'm probably being really thick and somebody will tell me in the comments and I'll be like, oh yeah. Oh dear. Okay. So I've got a good coating of Light Peach. I'm going to move that, sorry about the wobble, I'm just going to move that ring light, hang on, it's about to throw itself a tantrum, there we go. Just because it's washing everything out. Okay, so we've got Light Peach, now I'm going to go in with Deco Peach, which is PC 1013, and I'm going to start to bring out where our darker colours are going to be, and because he's slightly older, he's got a few wrinkles, but he's obviously had a good life. He's got some lovely laughter lines. Need to go and wash my hands, they're covered in ink from all those ink pads. But I am, as soon as I get my next paycheck, I'm going to get me some more inks, some Tim Holtz ones. See, it's beginning to come. I don't know if you're getting this, because, let's try putting that. It might be that that light is just too bright. Let me turn it down. That might be a bit better. Let's try that. It's one of those daylight ring lights, and sometimes it's just a little too intense in here. So I'm just going around all the areas that we're going to put some darker colour on. We can go back in. This is not a definitive finished piece. We've got lots of colours to play with the Prisma set. Right, I'm going to go around the top of his head here. I'm just going to turn the book slightly, so hopefully this will give his head that dome look that he needs. And I know everyone moans about this Amazon paper, but actually the Prismas work really well on it. Okay, so that's how far we've got. Let's throw in now, come on camera, a little bit of Nectar, 1092. And again, we're going to come around those areas, just really lightly filling in those dark areas. Making sure we grab those laughter lines. I have been desperate to colour this page since Angela sent me this book, because he just made me grin. As soon as I saw him, I was like, who is this little dude? I have to colour him in. We're going to go over the trees in a minute with some more colour. We forgot his little ears, or I forgot his little ears. So put that Nectar in there. Can you see how nicely these Prismas play on this paper? I'll put a little bit of Nectar on the top of its head. I'm barely touching the paper and they're responding so well. There we are. You've got to love a Prisma. I know they get bad press for breaking and things, but they are so good to use. Right, we're going to go around the base of his little cheeks. Okay, a bit more in there. Right, now I've got the Scary Pencil, which is Chestnut 1081. Now this is going to be for our very darkest areas, and then we're going to blend it all out. So I might have to turn the book a bit, so forgive me for that. So I'm just going to come round here. It's been quite a while, I think, since I've coloured with Prismas. I'm just going to go over that eyelid. And come up here. On this little nose furrow, and then let's not forget his little ear holes again. So I'm literally, you can see the point on the Prisma, and I am literally just touching the paper and it is responding beautifully. So we are going to put this round. We're going to come around his bottom of his nose. I don't know if that light is helping actually. Bear with me a minute. I think it's just too bright. Let's try like that. Okay. I'm going to come round his lip. Just deepen that up round there. Oh, that was my tummy. I'm sorry, I do apologise. I have just eaten, but it's the first meal I've eaten in, proper meal that I've eaten in days because of this damn tooth. I'm just going to be really careful. I'm going to just emphasise the top of his head. Okay, now we're going to go back. So I'm going to go back to Nectar. There you go. Let the camera refocus, and I'm just going to lightly go over that. This will just blend all those beautiful colours together. Honestly guys, if you haven't tried really lightly colouring in, oh, somebody put water on next door, I wonder what it was. Sorry, if you haven't tried really lightly colouring on Amazon paper, give it a go with Prismas. I'm actually quite shocked by how well this is working. And this is the just the cheaper Amazon paper, not the smooth stuff that you get like in Christine Karen's. I might just put a little bit more chestnut under that eye. Because it's just, well, as you can see, instant results, very little effort. Okay, a bit round like his little, the top of his head. And that halo that I've created there with the inks, that we'll get rid of that with pencil in a minute. Right, so now I'm going back in with my, no I'm not, what am I going in with? Light Peach. Where are we? Come on camera. There we go. Light Peach 927. Yeah. So I get my new glasses this weekend, so I might be able to read to you better in future. So I'm still going really lightly, and I'm just blending all those together, bringing that light peach out a little bit. Okay, I'm just trying to keep you in shot. Up his ear. Let's not forget this little ear roll. And it just kind of smushes all these colours together and gives us that nice blend that we know and love from Prismas. There we go, let's come in. He's beginning to get his character. So, oh dear, that's my tummy rumbling again. I'm sorry if you can hear that. It doesn't seem to be appreciating the fact that it's at a full meal after all this time. I'll deal with his tongue in a minute. Can you see he's beginning to come? Look, let me turn that light down even more. That's better. Okay, he's beginning to come. He was just looking very washed out. Okay, and then we'll go in with our bit of Deco Peach. And then we'll just finish him off again with that light peach. And we'll have a little cheeky chappy. That chestnut works really well, blended with these colours. Okay, and I'm going back with the light peach, and we'll just finish him off. Isn't he cute? And what I like about the chestnut is that when you blend it out you get that nice peach tone, that nice pink tone as well, so it adds to the colour of his cheeks and just gives him that kind of friendly cheeky look. Okay, and I'm just making sure it's all blended in, bringing his little farrow up, or furrow, and whatever you want to say it. There he is. Might come back and play with him a little bit more, but I don't think he needs too much. We'll sort his tongue out in a minute. Right, I am just going to go back in with the chestnut round here. And then the nectar. See, the trouble with moving that light then is that we get really bad shadow when I'm leaning over. If I aim it like that, maybe. Okay, then we'll go in with peach. And then our light peach. That was Deco Peach, this is light peach. There we go. I think I've got a little bit on his... So I'm using the Afmat electric eraser that was also gifted, and it's the most wonderful thing on earth. I'm just going to take that off his tongue. You have to be careful with the Amazon grayscale pages when you erase, because it can erase some of the actual image itself. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with how he's turned out. I haven't done his hand, but I can do that off camera now. You know the colours I'll use. Right, his little beard and his eyebrows. I inked those because I'd forgotten to show you those. So let's put his eyebrows in and see if that brings him to life. So I've got Prisma Black 935, and I'm just going to deepen up at the base. Just really light strokes. bring that right down. And then I've got 30% Cool Grey 1061, and we're going to push that colour in and over the top of the black. And you know, like when well, what I'm trying to do is make him look like he once had black hair and now it's gone grey. So we've now got 10% Cool Grey 1059, and we're going to throw that in as well. There we go. So just keep the base dark, so that it's just those few wisps of black left, those telltale signs. There we are. And we're going to do the same on his beard. So I'm going to come round and define his lip a bit. Like that. And then we're going to, where we put in, well, round here is going to be very dark because that's where his moustache meets. So we can darken that bit up. Let me just come out slightly. So keep losing you. There we go. Darken this bit up. And then we're going to pull that black through. And the ink, because I put hardly any ink on the pad, has done a lot of the work for us to give us that look of grey. So I'm deepening up this side too. He's a cute little guy. Okay, then we're going to take that 30% Cool Grey and we're going to bring that through. And then our 10% Cool Grey. And drag that through. And then if we think we've kind of lost a bit of the grey, the black round here, where it's darkest, I'll just flip that back in. There we are. Deepen up round here. We just put some light streaks through it. I'm going to come round here, this is quite dark. Back over that ink. I'm just making sure that I go in the same direction as the hair is going. You know, for an inexpensive book, the art in here is absolutely lovely. There we go. So that's how I'm going to do him. So do his whiskers. Easy, really, really easy, because we've inked it and we've set the path for a grey-black beard. Alright, let me come out a minute. So here we are so far. So I'm going to go off, do his hand in this, exactly the same colours and the same manner that we did. Coat it with the Deco Peach, go in with the peach and start bringing in where the darkers are going to be, then the nectar, then the chestnut, and then reverse. And we're going to do the moustache in the same way. Bring some black in and then flick those greys in. and then we'll come back and do the wood. Alright, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so I've finished his beard. I'm quite happy with that. I wanted it to look grey, so I've continued to let some of the grayscale come through, but use the pencils that I'd shown you. Let's address the fact that we need to fill in around the edge where the ink didn't go, and make sure this shadow that is cast here is brought out. So, just 2 simple pencils for this. I'm gonna bring you in. Here we go. And I've got 2 stubby pencils. Putty Beige 1083 and Ginger Root 1084. Okay, so we're going to use the Ginger Root, and we're going to fill in where the ink didn't get up to those flowers. It's a bit darker. And it will just give us that, just cover up the little spaces that we didn't reach. So I'm going to stick to, let me put my light back on. There we go. Hopefully that'll take off some of the shadows that you're seeing. So I'm just going up here, and I'm just going to gently fill those in the darker spots. And then we'll do the same with the trees in a minute. And then we'll switch to our Putty Beige. Let's put some of that in. And we can bring that out. So if we look at his shadow, for example, we can fill that up. We do a combination between that and the Ginger Root, and just make sure that shadow shows up. And so just fill in any little areas that may have got neglected by the ink. Down here. And I'm not doing it heavy, I'm just filling in that white halo that we had. Oh. And it really blends in with that ink colour we used quite well if you do it lightly. Okay, there. Have we got everything? Now, have I missed a bit of beard there, do you think? Or, I think that might be a bit of beard, so let's go in, just in there. And put some of that, our greys in. Yeah, there we go. Super, super easy. I love this little book. The detail, look, on that tree, it's just magnificent. So, grey. If I concentrate, Lucy. Getting carried away and excited. Just going back to my Ginger Root for a minute. Let's fill this in. There. I think that'll do. Right. Now, if we look at the trees, we had reds and browns and black. So I've got a variety of colours here, and I'll go from lightest to darkest for you. We've got, okay, so we've got, right, black. Everyone knows a bit of black. Let's hold these up. So I've got light umber, when the camera chooses to focus for me, there we go, 941, burnt ochre 943, and dark umber 947. There you go. Alright, so I'm just going to follow really where our ink went. So I'm going to take the light umber and I am going to really lightly bring that up any areas that we couldn't get in with the ink because they were too teeny tiny. The trouble with that is such a shadow being cast. Sorry, I'm just trying to move my light and it's clamped next to my camera. Sorry about the shake. So just light umber and fill in those gaps in. Just try and make out that's tree there. I got so excited about using these, I'm just getting the ginger root, I've missed a bit there, about using the Distress inks that, yeah, I haven't brought any yet, but I will. I'm going, when I get paid, I'm going to get some more. They're so good in these books for bringing out detail. I mean, I can't believe how incredible that's come out. Okay. Then we're going to do round here, around his little staff. Carefully round his little top. And can you see? It works really well. It's just filling in that. This is ginger root again. It's just filling in that little halo that we had. Oh, you couldn't see. I'm so sorry. There we go. And then, so we've done ginger root, and then I'm going to come back in with our light umber and do the same over the ginger root. It'll just stop it getting too dark. Okay. Just take away that halo of white that we had. Alright, so if we concentrate on this side, so this is our light umber still. And then we'll mix in our colours. So let's take the burnt sienna, oh no, sorry, burnt ochre. And we'll come in here. And we're just going to plot that in different places. We don't need to be overly specific where we put it, because we'll blend these colours in. A bit at the top there. Oh, let me come out a minute, so I'm not going to keep losing you. Is that better? Okay. And it will just add to that richness of the wood. We're not losing any of that definition that we got through using the ink. Okay, and then let's switch to our dark umber. And we'll find those darkest parts. And I'm really gently just filling those in. I don't want to lose any of this gorgeous definition that we've got. And I'm just going to use that. I was going to use the black, but I actually don't think there's any need on this side. We might need it on this side where it's not so defined. But I've got all these little cracks that you could sit and fill in if you want, if you have the patience to get those to stand out even more. But I don't think it's necessary. I think it looks beautiful as it is. We'll do some dark down here. Get a little bit more of that burnt ochre. our light umber. We can bring out some of that definition there. We can put a few more. Sorry, not doing very well, am I? Put a few more strokes in there, just so it gives the illusion of those trees going off into the background. So there is something there behind him. Okay, let's do some more up here. So if you don't have the ink, you could do this quite easily by putting the light colour on first over everything. You could even use that ginger root first as a base and put it over, and then use the colours that I'm using just to bring out those tones. And then just blend them in, keep playing until they seem blended to you and you're happy with it. Okay. Now I was looking, I think that they might be teeth. I'm not sure. I was going to do it as a tongue, but I'm not sure now. So that's how I'm going to do the trees. I'm just going to put a few like strokes in here and there, up this side. He needs a bit of light umber in there. So just literally I'm just going to pick out, and where there isn't any, I'm just going to put some little lines in. Not obvious, but just some little lines in so it looks like the forest is going, you know, like that. We could even bring that umber out, light umber out here to deepen that up where it's quite shadowed. That works well. Gives us that little bit more contrast. We can do the same from his staff, around his little feet. Like that. So he gets a bit of a shadow. Okay, I don't want you to have to sit forever more watching me do bark. So I'll finish the trees and then we'll come back and I'll have a plan for, well actually his staff we could do in the same colours. So if we take the ginger root, take ginger root and we colour that all in. And it will just be darker because we're going to go straight in with pencil. So ginger root. Then we're going to take the light umber. Like that. And then the dark umber, and do that bit down there. And then we'll blend that out. A little bit of more light umber. And then we'll go over it with ginger root. And smush all that together. There. How's that? That's cool. And then we can just go back in and deepen it up. Just to define that from the rest of the tree. Put some dark lines in. There we go. One wooden staff. Very cool. Alright folks, I'll go and finish the wood, finish his staff, we'll come back and finish him together. See you in a second. Okay, so I've done all the work that I want to do in bringing the trees out, which wasn't an awful lot at all really. Smoothed out the ink, you know, where I got the few blotches. And we're going to finish this up together. So, we're going with blues for his trousers. So let me bring you in. Here we go. Oh, I decided that I put skin tone on his little feet so that they look like the strappy sandals that they are, the strappy slipper things that they are. Okay, so I've got 3 colours here. I have got, where are you? I'm trying to find you. Okay. Indigo blue. Let me move you down slightly. Caribbean blue, and Mediterranean blue. 901, 103 and 1022. Okay, so we're going to take the lightest of these colours, which is the Mediterranean blue, and we are going to colour in his little trousers. Now when I was a kid, back in the 70s, well these have been 80s, these trousers came into fashion. We called them pedal pushers. And they were just like sort of tracksuit bottoms, 3/4 length tracksuit bottoms with the elastic band round the bottom. Okay, Caribbean blue, 103. And we're going to build up from that dark now. So, little fun fashion fact there. So again, I'm just doing it really lightly. And then we're going to go in with the Mediterranean blue. And we're going to pull all that together. Okay, back in with our indigo. And we're going to deepen up those darker areas. Keep going until we get that depth of colour that we want. Little crease there. Okay, then back in with our, I can't remember, why can't I remember which one's which? Back in with our Caribbean blue. And we're just going to push out that grey. And then the Mediterranean. And we're going to leave the patch for a minute. There we go. There's a few little white spots, so I'm going to fill them up with colour. How's that? One cute little pedal pusher. Just going to go around his patch. Underneath his jumper. There. And then I'll go back in with the lightest of our colours. And just blend that all together. Okay, so that's how I'm going to do what's on the other side, that little tiny leg. Now, his jumper, I'll do this bit with you so you can see how I'm going to do it, because I have a feeling this video is going to be incredibly long for one cute little picture. Okay, right, now I've got to get these right as well. Hang on, bear with me. I don't know what, I need, like I say, my new glasses, I'm picking them up Sunday. And so I'm having real trouble with my eyesight at the minute. Okay, so we've got Parma Violet 1008, Black Cherry 178, and Black Grape 996. Okay, so we're going to take the Parma Violet and we're going to shade all this in. Just lightly, this is our lightest colour. And we've got a lot of neutrals with the browns in the image. So I just want to bring it to life with the pop of colour. Okay. So we've got a coating of Parma Violet. Then we're going in with Black Cherry, and we'll start at the darkest spots and bring it out like we did for the blue. I'm going to put a little line of it there. Okay, then we're going to go in with the Black Grape at our darkest spots. Okay, then back again, so Black Cherry, just make sure you're all in shot. A little bit round his patch. Okay, and then the Parma Violet. And we'll go over all of that. There we go, and back again. Black Cherry. Bring that round his little patch. Then Black Grape. Just making sure we get that nice deep tone in there. There we go, and we'll use the Parma Violet to smush it all in. How about that? And the patches, I'm just going to reverse rolls. So this is going to be Parma Violet. Then we're going to take the, oh Lucy, yeah, Black Cherry. Bring that out. And then back in with the Black Grape round the edge. Really deepen that up. Push those two together. And then our Parma Violet. Then we're going to take the darkest of the two, which is black grape. I'm just going to put our little stitching lines in. There, over his little patch. Like that. And then we'll do the same in blue for that patch. Okay. Right. Let's look at this side because it's got most of the bits on it that we need to colour. So I've got some greens and they're quite bright and different for me, but because this is a fairy tale book, we can do what we like. So the first combination I've got is moss green. Come on, camera. Moss green 1097 and chartreuse 989. Okay, so let's do these little bits here. So I'm putting the moss green at one side, deeper at the bottom and letting it fade out as it comes up. And then in with the chartreuse. It's just going to really lift the page. We just need that little bit of vibrancy, along with his blue pants and purple top. And what I do need is a little bit of brown back down there. There we are. Okay, then the other leaves. Oops. The other leaves, I've got another awesome combination. I've got, come on camera, kelp green 1090 and lime peel 1005. So like we did this one, we're going to put the dark at the base and come round. Then we're going to take the lime peel. I was trying to read the French. That's how my brain works. Why can't I read this? Okay, deepen up down there. Okay, dark up this side. Then lime peel. And we just get that lovely pop of colour. Okay. I will of course tidy this up before I show you the finished picture, but you don't want to sit and watch me layering up leaves, I'm sure. Right, little flowers. Where's my, aha! These little daisies, I'm not going to do them in yellows, no. We are going to use just two colours, pink 929 and salmon pink 1001. Right, refocus. Let's use this big one. So I'm going to put the bright pink up one edge, a little bit deeper at the bottom, and at one edge of each petal, like this. I'm going to move that light. There. Okay. Turn the book and make sure you're in shot. That would be most helpful. Okay, so just deeper at the base and then at one side of the petal. There we go. So we get a little sort of star shape, and then in with the salmon pink, and then just on that little edge fill that in with salmon pink. And then if you want to, just go back in and re-deepen the pink. It's a really cute combination. Like that. Okay, so that's the little daisies, and everything we're doing on this side is on this side. So our little stones, we're going to use the greys that we had earlier and black. So we've got, put them in order. Okay, we've got black 935, 30% cool grey 1061, and 10% cool grey 1059. So I'm going to take the 30% cool grey to start, and I'm going to fill in the base and leave the top with nothing on, like that. Then I'm going to take the black. I'm trying to just get rid of the shadows. Where am I? Here. Take the black and just very lightly put it at the base. Then go back in with our 30% and smush that in. Then on the top, our 10%. And smush them all in. I'm going to put a little bit of black in here, carefully around that little daisy. Like that. Okay, so we've got another daisy there, we've got the mushroom. Let's have a look at the mushroom. For the base, I'm doing light umber 941 and putty beige 1083. So I'm going to putty beige the whole thing, which stops it getting too dark, like that. And then just down the one edge, the light umber. And then I'll go back with that putty and smush it out. Just so we've got a nice little mushroomy colour. Works well. Okay, mushroom colours are, let's see. Yeah, no, it was right. Okay, mushroom colours are we get them in view. So we've got raspberry 1030, Scarlet Lake 923, and poppy red 922. So we're going to take poppy red and we are going to coat our little mushroom, and I'm going to try and avoid the little white spots, because then we can put gel pen on them. So I'm just lightly doing this, just so that we get that nice wax base down to build on. Leave a little spot there. Okay, then we're going to go in with Scarlet Lake and start to build up those dark areas. Okay, and then the raspberry. The shadow is awful. What if I do that? Okay, so we're going with the raspberry now, which is our dark colour. We can deepen up all those bits that we want dark. Okay, then back in with Scarlet Lake. And then the poppy red. There we go. And you can just keep layering that up until you're happy. Okay, so I think this is a lily, but if I show you on this side, up here, I've got 3 colours. And then we're going to do his shoes. Okay, so I've got, come on camera, so pale vermilion, 921, yellowed orange, 1002, and jasmine, 1012. You gotta love a bit of jasmine, it's a beautiful colour. So we're going to coat the lily in jasmine. Might as well do this one while I'm there. Yellowed orange, and we're going to build that up. Okay, and then we're going to add the pale vermilion to that base. Push that up. Okay, back in with the yellowed orange. And then back over with jasmine. There, like that. Okay, let's come out and have a look, because we've done quite a bit there. So I am going to finish his clothes, do all the bits that I've shown you, the leaves and the daisies, and if there's anything left we'll come back and finish it, and I'll decide what to do with this, whether it's going to be a little tongue or his teeth. I'm not sure. Alright, I'll see you in one sec. Okay, here he is. We need to finish his shoes, and I'm not going to do a tongue because I think it will blend too much in with his skin. So I am just going to literally put a tiny bit of 10% cool grey so it looks like his teeth. There. Right, shoes, we're going to use the same blacks, if I can speak. Let's come in. So he's got his little fleshy feet. If I can just tip you, bear with me, there we go. So we've got the same greys as before, so black, 30% cool grey and 10% cool grey. Here we go. Alright, now we're going to use the 30% and go round this area that's palest. That will stop our black getting in too deep. Like that, and then we're going to go in with black. Okay. So that's the problem I'm having with my glasses prescription at the moment. I can't get up to tight lines like this because I've got double vision. So my prescription's changed quite a lot, so I'm looking forward to picking up the new glasses and being able to see properly, read things. At the moment, when things are tiny and I can't read them, I have to photograph it with my phone. So I'm using the 30% French grey, cool grey to bring that in, and then we'll just use the 10% and then go back in and deepen that up. Yes, I'm using my phone at the moment to photograph things that are small so I can enlarge it. It's madness, people, madness. And then I'm going to use that 30% just to bring that black in. There we go. There we are. We can come in and just neaten it all up. So we're going to have black down there, and then the 30% cool grey goes in there. Did I say French grey? I meant cool grey. If I said French grey, I apologise. There we are. We can just deepen up some of those darker bits. There. Okay. So let's do this one quick. And then we just got the white gel pen bits to put on. Coming in dark there where the shoes cross over. And if we just go in lightly with the black to start with, then we can deepen it up when we're needing to. Okay, 30%. Let's bring that in. There we go. Should have trusted myself on the first shoe and went in. There we go. Alright, a little bit of black up here. Just suddenly thought, oh no, I'm not on camera. Okay. Bring that there. There. Then our 30%. Drag that black in. And the same here. I love this picture, it's so cute. Alright, so mushrooms. So I've got my little pack of 3 Arteza gel pens, and I'm going to take the 10 so that it's nice and bold. And let's zoom into, oh, going the wrong way. Haven't done that for a long time. Okay, so I'm just going to bring out those little mushroom dots with the white. Almost so they look like they're standing up off the mushroom. Like that. And then over on this one. There we are. Let's put those away. Right, let's come out and have a look at the... Oh, nearly had a Prisma on the floor. That wouldn't have been good. Let's come out and have a look at the whole deal. There he is. Our little Rumpelstiltskin, or whoever he is. I love it. I'm so pleased with how he came out. If you haven't got this book, go over and have a look, because it is the most adorable. Look at that one. I love that one. Just such lovely, lovely images. Dragon and a crow. And again, very easy to colour. So, thank you so much, Angela, for the book. I'm just checking. I suddenly had a heart attack. Yes, it was. I suddenly thought, oh no, what if it wasn't Angela? You know when you second guess yourself? Thank you so much, Angela, for the book. I adore it. I hope you've enjoyed the colour along and that you give it a go too. So, I will let you go for now, and then I will count up all the comments that I had on the last video, the TBC video, and we'll do another colour along. Thank you so much for watching, liking and subscribing. So until I see you again, take really good care. Bye bye.